See the 15 car, Michael Annette, coming back up to speed on the apron, coming down the backstretch.
Now Kyle Busch up there trying to push his teammate Joey Logano around to get that high line going. It is Logano, Busch, then Brad Keselowski in line in front of Matt Kenseth. Jamie.
Well, Doc, we haven't talked about Joey Logano much. He's coming off his first ever Cup win last weekend. The car is coming to him. He said he's having fun, and crew chief Dave Rogers said, be patient, be aggressive, you're gonna win.
See another car there that has 4 tires. You see the 10 car of Casey Kane trying to make his way towards the front. He and Michael Waltrip touch a little bit.
Got to cut Michael off. Michael's car's still fast with all that damage. Scott Lagacy coming up behind that 11 car. That's a backup car. Yeah. Crashed in practice.
Give a call to that rookie Lagacy. He is now moving by Michael Waltrip in the middle, right up behind Casey Kane.
Gives a little bump to Casey to try to shove him by.
Kane now being shown in 12th position. That's Mike Wallace in 13th. That's Mike Bliss you're riding with in the 16th spot.
Yeah, Bliss got shuffled out a while ago by the cars had tires. Carl Edwards and the 6 car David Reagan coming up through there.
See Mike Bliss give Michael Waltrip a little bit of a tap and send him in front of that group.
10 laps to go. Now Clint Boyer is our leader. And look at this mess back here, 3 wide from about 11th on back. It is Boyer leading the way, Vickers, Reagan, Edwards, and Kyle Busch, the top 5.
They're starting to get antsy again up front. You saw him try to organize a little bit of a draft there, but not going to stay in line this close to the end.
Inside that lap 10, or 10 laps to go, magic number. Everybody starts, business starts picking up about now. Everything's out the window. It's really no teammate, no anything. You just got to try to make your car go forward with whoever you can make that happen with.
Remember at Talladega, David Reagan came out of turn 4 on the final lap running 4th and won the race, leading the final 50 feet.
Yeah, I like Carl Edwards' chances right here. He's sitting there in 3rd. He's worked his way up there. He's got the freshest tires of anybody in that front group.
He's come up 18 spots since the restart. Those tires really paid off for him. He said he wanted them. It's working. He's inside right here.
You can see Vickers slip a little bit out of turn 2. Carl Edwards was able to stick his nose in there.
And Edwards able to get some drafting help from Kyle Busch, and he will go by Vickers to take the 2nd spot away. How many times has Carl Edwards been in position to win here? He was passed with 10 laps to go in February. He was passed with 16 laps to go last July. Both times they passed him for the win, and he has never won a plate race.
I think he's sitting in the catbird seat right now.
He's there, but where's he going to go? Clint Boyer's not getting off of that double yellow line down there, so what's Carl Edwards going to do?
He might force him off that bottom. Just like we saw Kyle Busch try to push Tony Stewart.
Here comes David Reagan trying to lead a group with the help of Kevin Harvick on the outside. Steve Vickers trying to make it work as he got shuffled out from up front.
I think Vickers was sitting in a good spot, but not having 4 tires and start slipping and sliding this part of the run is when you really lose a lot of grip.
Look at Roush Fenway. They have 10 top 5s, but believe it or not, Jack Roush has not won. One of 4 tracks he has not won on here in the NASCAR Nationwide Series at Daytona. Now back in February, Clint Boyer led the most laps but did not win the race. He finished 3rd as they were able to use the draft and go by him with less than 10 laps to go. Let's check in with Dave.
Guys, slight contact here can alter the way that these cars are shaped, and the shape can help them go faster. Carl Edwards wonders if that contact with the 32 car might have upset it just a little bit on that fender, and the crew's telling him right now they think it's okay. Try to get that 29.
Yeah, that scramble's on. I see that 29 car starting to get a little bit out of shape right there. He's going to have to really have his hands full to hold off Carl Edwards. You can see him really working that car through the corner.
Well, the 2008 champion leads the 2007 champion, who leads the current points leader. They're 1, 2, 3 at Daytona with 6 laps to go.
That might be too many laps for Boyer to hang on to this thing. I'm telling you, that car is all over the place.
Yeah, really bouncing coming out of turn 4 there, just losing a lot of grip with each lap.
Got a crash.
Eric McClure in the 24 car has gone around. And the 04 is also involved. That is Curtis Davis.
Morgan Shepherd sliding through the grass. He got a little damage there on the left side. Actually, quite a bit of damage to the body. Looks like he may have blown a left rear tire, Morgan.
The 05 also involved Jeff Green. There's McClure's car.
And Curtis Davis, he's gotten his car torn up. Now he can't get out of the grass there. We had a lot of rain just before this race started. Made it real slick down there.
So caution number 6 and a lot of debris on the racetrack. Danny O'Quinn, the teammate to Curtis Davis, has gotten some damage on his car.
Yeah, it's been a tough day for the Davis team. Johnny Davis owns 3 of these cars, these two, and Mike Wallace didn't make the field after his engine blew qualifying. Yeah, you see Curtis Davis blows a tire. It's like a right rear.
And right behind him was his teammate that got into him, the 0-1. He had nowhere to go.
Riding now with Danny O'Quinn. Boy, you see that tire explode right there. Worst case scenario, both cars involved.
And then we mentioned Jeff Green, the 2000 Series champion, also getting sustaining damage on the front, left side, and rear of his car.
Okay, 5 laps to go. Double file restart. It's going to get interesting.
These guys have a lot of laps on their tires now. These cars are not driving good.
With all the debris that we have on the track, it looks like this thing may come down to a green-white checker.
Yeah.
Well, we've had 4 in a row here, green-white checkers at Daytona. The last 4 Julys. This would make it 5 in a row. Morgan Shepherd trying to get his line of limp, his Chevy back to pit road as best he can.
Yeah, he was tearing his car up with that flat tire, and he probably just said, I'm just going to stop here and not do any more damage.
I'm standing here, can't go.
Now he says he can't go.
And that's what's left of Curtis Davis's
now he's, oh my gosh, he's on fire here. He need to stop that car now.
It finally looked like he erupted
He had an oil
line there, or
probably an oil
line,
fuel
yeah.
lines. My goodness, get out of that thing.
We're just trying to get unhooked, and safety crews are trying to get there as quickly as they can.
He didn't bother to unhook his wire. He just pulled it right on out of there. Good job getting out of there. Man, bad situation just turned worse. They need to get that fire out. I think Johnny Davis will be glad to see this day over.
Johnny Davis, the dad of Curtis, who owns all 3 of those cars. A night he's going to want to forget here in Daytona. Officially 4 laps to go. We are just 4 laps away from what would be the normal distance here, 100 laps. And we are working caution number 6. Contact again involving 5 cars: Danny O'Quinn, Curtis Davis, Morgan Shepherd, Eric McClure, and the 05 of Jeff Green. Aerial coverage from high above Daytona International Speedway, brought to you by our good friends at Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR. New Fuel Max tires help you have a winning fuel strategy. Well, after the accident, they're just trying to limp their way back to pit road, and Curtis Davis says, "Can my night get any worse?" And suddenly it does, as the car erupts in flames. The good news was he climbed out okay. Back in a moment.